Folks, come on over for some fun right here. We're decorating some sleighs for Christmas right here on my take on home and garden. I need 4 different sleighs for this year. The first one in the Bavarian Alpine style. Now my first thought to you, some of you have been here and some of you have not. I want to take some old junk that's from old trees, branches, parts, pieces. I'm going to just fill this bed. Okay, it's going to act like an oasis for us, and it's gonna fill unneeded space. Okay, also I'm gonna use some big pine cones for that, and you know you gotta have some pine cones to do any decorating for Christmas. Can we sound any more metallic? Now I'm gonna sort through my pine. One I need a sparkly green and a couple I don't, so I don't need that one right now. I'm gonna move that. And I got what I call a medium branch with cones. These are kind of a blue. Spruce. There is cedar, even with berries. Cedar berries. This can probably take a medium short needle like this, and I'm gonna just get that as a background, like a nice feathery background. Now you got to consider, if you have a 360 degree view, which means, you know, this might go in the middle of a table. This one is 180. It's just half, so there's a front and back to this. Okay, so that's what I need to know while I'm working. So I've got the fine, feathery branch in there. I'm liking this with the blue berries because there's a little blue in our sleigh. My thought to you is not to work with just one. You want texture and variance, variable colors and contrast in any of your arrangements, like what we're going to do right now with this amazing variegated, look at this, holly, really cute. Just divided that up instantly. Okay, what else would we have in our sleigh? We need a bit of a little bunch in the bottom, and then we're going to want to look like we're bringing gifts. That's the big deal. This is for our German area, so cones, a little bit of gold feathered in is going to be important here. What else are we going to see? We're going to see deer maybe in the Black Forest, and let's get an antler in here. We're almost filled in. Now I have picks like this. You guys will notice in the store, what do you need all them sizes for? You see, this gives you that wonderful choice of things. And I want to get some red berries in here as well. That's going to round that out, I think. Make it awesome. And I'm liking these little mini berries as well. Okay, get that in. All this fill and filler pieces that I'm talking about is so that you don't lose your main pieces that you want to see, like this pick here with the drum and the gift and the gold on it. All right, you can see that's obvious. You don't want to lose that. Now we got a little red in the front. We want to mimic that up here in the back as well. This is looking really alpine-like, and we know it's cold, so we're gonna have cold and frozen. So I'm gonna get a couple more pieces of that in here, and you know, you'll get a 360 look at this. We'll get a couple pieces that hang over our sled. It'd be nice to have some fruit in our delivery sleigh as well. I'm loving this apple pick with a little ribbon, and it mimics that package that's already there. Now look what we got. This is my junk box. I save everything, just the bits and broken pieces and all this you see here, these little parts and pieces that can help you fill in a hole. Look at what that does, just filling in that. Now these little bitty leaves, little hollies, oh boy, what they do, I just love it. I know if you've been with us before, you hear me say I think I'm done probably 4 or 5 times. But I honestly really almost think we're done now, this time. One more, I see a need. If you're looking with me, up here I need a little gold spritz. And folks, we'll get a good look at everything, but this is our first sleigh extraordinaire. Alrighty, now I'm going to do something different for you. This is going to be with our Nordic set, tree, fireplace, and so on. So you can see it's a wicker with metal sleigh. I've done this years ago. Been around for a while, but it is cute. I've already got filler in here. I'm gonna go again, but this boy can take a lot more and taller pieces in here. We'll get one up in the back nice and tall. Now you know my theory here. These things take off and everything is gonna fly back. When them horses or deer take off, pulling that sled. This is good too, gold, and this is really gonna break it up. Break up that green. Is that gonna make us look Nordic and cold and frozen? It might start helping. Here's a piece of cedar. We're certainly gonna have up there. Now again, this is a 180 view, and this is going on top of the fireplace for our Nordic Scandinavian look. Okay, so we're going to need pine cones. We're going to need a little color. And we'll get that with, how about with this little burgundy in there. Trying to stay out of the way, but no matter what I do, you know, I'll have to hear about it. Like I don't have to work on all sides, you know. Okay, there's a little whimsical in this to break that up, but we're mostly going to be very rustic here. And I'm looking for those, just those right pieces. We need pine cones galore for a wonderful Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Denmark tree. It's gonna be good, guys. I can't wait. All right, what else can we do? I know there's more. Let's get some berries in the top. Liking that, I need frozen and cold. We're riding this thing. Up in that country, we're frozen and cold, let alone the arrangement. Okay, let's see what we want to do with these. I like to follow the piece I'm working with. So if it's arced, I like to do that too, you see. Maybe a little more color in here, and we'll get this turned a bit so you can see it. We need holly. I think we need a little friend in here. We got a bird. You know, they just make you smile. You can't help it. Even if you're a grumpy old thing. It'll make you, if you got one of them at home, you might need to pick up a couple birds to change that around for you. You know. There's some color, some balance. Let me take a look. You know, some Nordic style gifts would be cute. How about pine cones and berries? Got a certain scale I'm working with, of course. Each sleigh is going to do that to you, and you're going to see how coordinated we are here in a minute. Oh, too good, too cute to me. Now, we'll get turned around so you can see another angle. You're looking at the front. We don't want a lot of glim glam because this is our Scandinavian natural Nordic look. All right, but we have just a flash, just a spritz to make it fun, and it looks like really just reflection in the snow. That's all we want. That's all we want in this one. Now let me look at that front again. Get some snowy frozen berries in there as well as a background. I think there's a little more room for one more cute as heck little pine cone without knocking our bird out. I'd like that on the opposite side now, there. That's what I wanted. Okay. She's camping out. That's our second Nordic and Scandinavia style tree. Okay guys, we're on our third sleigh. This sleigh is for the living room, and it is going to be more frozen and cold and gold and white. Alrighty, let's get started. I've started bending this one, that main branch, to conform to the sleigh. It is just a bed and a background. This particular sleigh will probably have at least a 270-degree view, okay? Because I always have something on the table with it. We got a frozen white fern. I love that accent on top of the green. Okay, you see the layering now. Here's a wonderful, still a bit green, not wanting to give it up for winter, but it has gold and silver and berries, and I think it'll be just fabulous for what I want to do here. Look at this already. 3 picks in there. Okay, look how gorgeous already. Now we want to fill in that little bit of front, probably with the golden pick like this. Might do it with some help, and it does have a pine cone. Here's a little spritz of a golden holly leaf. Here's another piece with the pine cone and some gold on it. Just get them in and fill that up. This amount of gold, and it's slender, so I like the way this would run up the middle. You see here, because everything is skinny, narrow, and long this way. You guys have what I call the front view right there. I'm liking that gold. I'm thinking this gold leaf fern, and there's only 3 of those, so I'm going to use them right here. Now here's the finish that you probably didn't see coming. The teaser, even though it's sitting right here. This is that incredible, oh, look at this. It's on the edge of aquamarine and sage poinsettia that I'm using in the living room. We only need 1. Look at what it does. 1 poinsettia in here of that one. Now, what else did we pick up at the Hobby Lobby? The clip-on wired poinsettia. We're going to shape them, make sure they look good, and get them clipped in here. Offset from your big one, 1 high and 1 low. I want to get an intermediate one that complements the other 2. Hello. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had in mind. Let's see if these might help with that flare out the back that I like to do. Frozen, snowy branches to help that idea. There's a bit of a hole in the middle. I have another backup pick here, gold. It should have been in under them, but look, we still get it in. We have white berries. If I told you where these were from, you'd say I was full of baloney. They were used in our wedding decor. Still have them. Don't tell anybody that. Just our exclusive friends here on My Take, okay? But you know we're not afraid to get something new. You know what? If I had a couple of gold presents, and I do have them somewhere, but they're not out yet. You might see me sneak one of them in, but right now I'm telling you we're not going to need it, because look at what I'm going to do. I love these exotic birds with the long tail. Okay, we're going to clip a couple of them in. Get that bent so he sits. Look at this. It's just like a dream. It's so cute. One more. Gotta have a pair. Gotta have a pair working those berries like they do. They work together. And next thing you know, they're working on a family. Now this one will be a little different yet again. It's going to be very Christmassy. I always love this sleigh with the poinsettia. We're going to start off. We have our bed of pine. We'll go with that smaller, almost lark-like green in the back again in a fan shape. Just really as a fan support for our arrangement. Okay, how about really liking this blue spruce with the cones. How cute. Love those pics. This is going to be all about gifts and Santa. We have Santa over there waiting, and he's more of a Nordic Santa because we're heading that way by that tree. So I just want to get a different color in this bed. Okay, you see the contrast here. 3 layers of color. This is going to make it beautiful and extra pretty for you. Okay, we have another little sprig with the cone and some berries. I'd like that in the back, even hanging out the front because of its dimension. We have some antlers to work with, and I love these fun striped ornaments. We'll get some different berries in here, make this real dimensional and full, and probably a little bit of glam and glitz. Give it a shadowing contrast there like that. Some holly and berries with a variegated leaf, different look. And just by grouping a few of them picks together with some greens in between, everybody's gonna know Santa's arrived with this one. We'll get even more gifts up in the top. I mean, this one's just popping. Here's some more gifts on a pick. Here's some fruits we wouldn't want to leave out. Pine cones. There is a couple small ones here, so let's see if we're missing anything. Here's another present we can poke in there. And I'm thinking a tall pick like I used earlier is missing in here on this scale. This is playful, fun. It's, like I say, it's going to be near Santa. We could possibly want to put a bow with this. I could pick it in with a stick or wire it on maybe like this, just to give it some more fun. That was fun. Hopefully you guys can have that much fun doing your own projects. Now take care everybody, and we're gonna be putting these in with the rest of the decor, so come back and decorate with me. Take it easy guys, be good, and we'll see you in the next awesome, amazing, dedicated, over the top, beautiful video. Bye guys. See you soon.